Welcome back to Recrafting. In the first episode, I started building this VW kombi-shaped PC case. I put all the pieces together and glued everything with epoxy and a lot of hope. Today, we're gonna paint. We start with the filler primer, the magical spray that hides all the imperfections from sanding. It's a high-quality primer, but if you don't apply it properly, it becomes very low quality very fast. The mix is 4-to-1, primer and hardener. Mask on, always. Painting without a mask is like sanding without sandpaper, pointless and painful. I degrease everything before spraying because after so much work, if the primer doesn't stick, all the suffering goes straight to the trash. 2 coats of primer because something tells me I'm gonna suffer with sanding later. This gray primer works for both light and dark colors, and suddenly the van goes from 3D print project to paint shop vibes. I start with 320 grit sandpaper to cut the thicker areas and smooth the surface. Primer always leaves that beautiful orange peel texture, like a citrus fruit nobody asked for. Then I move to 400 grit to remove the scratches. This part takes time. A lot of time. And yes, I sanded too much in some places. Good thing it's plastic. If it were metal, I'd be crying. Next, masking tape for the lines. You can try other tapes, but from experience, trust me, use the one made for this. Your sanity will thank you. Now we measure the paint and hardener. If the viscosity isn't right, you get orange peel or runs. Guess what I got? Both! Congratulations to me, I'm an expert at creating my own problems. The white paint actually turned out great. Smooth, clean, beautiful. Just a few drips. I was proud. I was confident. I was wrong. For the smaller parts, I used an airbrush spray gun. It has a tighter spray pattern and works well at lower pressure. Now, here's why masking tape matters. And there's something else I noticed. I didn't let the paint dry completely. Maybe 70%, but removing the tape at that stage, it was very satisfying. Painting is something you feel. Sometimes the timing just tells you what to do. Or I can test it on the paint cup I used and see if it still leaves marks when touched. But look at this. The lines appear so clean and precise that it's a pleasure to observe them. Now, the Bordeaux paint? Let me tell you what happened. First attempt, 2 coats. Not enough. You could still see the plastic where I sanded too much primer, but at least it was smooth, except for a few impurities, and a flying insect that decided to land on the front of the van. A blessing. I refused to leave it looking amateurish, so I sanded the entire red area with 600 grit and applied more paint, let it dry overnight. Next day, guess what was on the paint? Nothing. Did you think I'd say another flying insect? But no, this time I only see orange peel. Congratulations, I failed miserably with the viscosity. At that moment, I thought, I have 2 weeks left with this work van. If I give up now, I won't spend another month on it. Genius idea. But no, I kept going. I sanded everything again with the determination of someone who has already suffered too much to stop. Orange peel is annoying to remove, and of course, it all happened at once, and I only had a little paint left. I bought more paint, and when I sprayed the sanded area, the color tone didn't match. Turn off the light, perfect match. Turn on the light, disaster. So I broke the bulb. Problem solved. I sanded the entire red part again and repainted everything. And finally, success. Tired, but happy with the result, I end this episode. Next step, let's give energy and personality to the van. A task that's easier on the hands, but harder on the brain. Thanks for being here and leaving a like, or not. It's not that important. Save it for a good video.